The galaxy had long laughed at humanity. From distant planets with shining cities and towering machines, the alien races called Earthlings weak, slow, and unworthy of serious attention. Humans were said to be fragile, unable to survive long journeys through space, incapable of advanced technology, and prone to self-destruction. They were, in the eyes of the galaxy, insignificant. But on Earth, humans were quietly proving that appearances could be deceiving. The morning sun rose over sprawling cities and forests alike. Life on Earth was ordinary, yet beneath the ordinary, extraordinary work was happening. Scientists and engineers were pushing boundaries in technology that even the most advanced alien civilizations had never considered. Small teams of humans were testing new propulsion systems, exploring distant planets with robotic scouts, and studying cosmic phenomena that had baffled alien astronomers for centuries. In a lab in Geneva, Dr. Amara Patel adjusted a delicate sensor. The device, no larger than a suitcase, was designed to detect unusual energy patterns in deep space. "This signal again," she muttered. "It's growing stronger." Her assistant, a young man named Liam, frowned. "Do you really think it's dangerous?" Amara shook her head. "I don't know yet, but if it is, we have very little time." Across the galaxy, on a massive station orbiting the star system Arendor, the alien council of the Raxians debated Earth. One elder sneered, "Humans? Fragile, weak, and unpredictable. They are nothing. They will not interfere with the great powers of the galaxy." Another council member added, "Let them stay on their small blue planet. They cannot survive the pressures of real space travel." None of them noticed the subtle changes happening on Earth. Humans were learning quickly. They adapted to challenges that would have destroyed older species. Engineers found solutions that the aliens would have deemed impossible. Pilots and explorers developed instincts that no machine could replicate. Where others relied solely on power, humans relied on creativity, collaboration, and courage. Meanwhile, far beyond the outer rim, a cosmic threat was stirring. A massive dark anomaly moved silently, consuming star systems in its path. Entire civilizations vanished, leaving only black emptiness where once there had been life. The aliens were unaware of its approach until it was too close. Panic spread among the great empires. Ships were launched, fleets assembled, and weapons activated, but nothing could slow the advance. Back on Earth, humanity noticed first. Amateur astronomers spotted odd patterns in the stars. Space probes sent signals of strange energy surges. Dr. Patel and her team were among the first to understand the scale of the threat. The anomaly was intelligent in a way, reacting to attempts to study or interfere with it. Unlike anything known before, it moved with purpose, yet unpredictably. At first, the humans shared their findings with the United Galactic Council, an alliance of alien civilizations. Their warnings were ignored. "This is a human exaggeration," said Counselor Tharn, a tall, multi-limbed alien from the sector Orvax. "Your technology is primitive. Your species cannot possibly understand the forces at play." Amara's hands clenched. She knew that the Council's dismissal could cost billions of lives. Yet she refused to despair. "If no one else will act, we must prepare ourselves," she said. Liam nodded, determination in his eyes. They were just two humans, but they would not wait for approval. Across Earth, similar determination was rising. Engineers retrofitted old satellites to track the anomaly. Pilots and astronauts trained for deep space missions using improvised spacecraft. Scientists studied ancient alien texts acquired through diplomatic channels, seeking insights that could help humanity survive. Every obstacle, the lack of funding, the disbelief of others, the technical challenges only made humans more resourceful. Meanwhile, small alien civilizations that had previously been ignored or oppressed by the larger empires began to notice humans' progress. On a remote outpost in the Lyrian Nebula, a young alien scholar observed a human spacecraft maneuvering in a way that defied known physics. "They are clever," she whispered. "Perhaps we underestimated them." Back on Earth, Dr. Patel's lab was a hub of urgency. The anomaly's signature had grown stronger, now clearly visible from the moon. Human satellites had begun transmitting warnings to the Council, yet the response remained minimal. "We cannot wait for help," Amara said firmly. "We must act ourselves." Humanity's leaders convened. Nations that had once been rivals found themselves united by a shared purpose. Communication satellites relayed messages to every corner of the globe. Military leaders, scientists, engineers, and explorers met to plan a response. For the first time in history, humanity was fully coordinated, moving with a single focus: survival, not conquest or profit. As the anomaly neared the outer edges of the solar system, Earth prepared its first deep space mission. A fleet of ships modest by alien standards launched with humans who had trained for every conceivable challenge. Each crew carried hopes, fears, and the knowledge that they were humanity's first line of defense. The galaxy, still convinced of human weakness, continued to mock. Alien leaders bet against humanity's success, confident that the humans would fail. But the humans did not see themselves as weak. They saw themselves as adaptable, resilient, and capable of surprises no one could predict. For the first time, the galaxy's greatest civilizations were unaware of who might truly save them. Earthlings, dismissed and underestimated, were already preparing to meet the cosmic threat head-on. The seeds of humanity's unexpected heroism were being sown quietly, determinedly, and with unwavering courage. And somewhere in the shadows of deep space, the dark anomaly advanced, unaware that its greatest challenge was not in power or size, but in the creativity, courage, and unity of a species it had thought weak. Humans had been mocked, dismissed, and overlooked. Yet in their ordinary lives, in their ordinary labs, and aboard their small spacecraft, they were becoming extraordinary. And soon the galaxy would see that weakness had been a lie. The human fleet moved silently through the darkness of space, small yet determined. Their ships, built from Earth's best technology, were nothing compared to the fleets of the galaxy's great powers. But humans had something the others did not: adaptability, creativity, and the willingness to take risks no one else would consider. Captain Elena Moreno watched the display in the command room of the flagship Endeavour. The anomaly loomed ahead, a swirling mass of dark energy that consumed light and matter alike. Scientists aboard the ship had been tracking it for weeks, analyzing its movement patterns and energy emissions. "It's not just a force of nature," Dr. Patel said beside her, her voice tense but calm. "It reacts, it learns. We're dealing with something intelligent." Elena's hands tightened on the controls. "Then we need to think like it," she said. "We need to outsmart it, not outgun it." Across the galaxy, the alien powers continued to underestimate humans. The Raxians and other empires had dispatched their largest fleets, confident they could crush the anomaly, or at least delay it. But each attack failed. Their weapons, powerful as they were, only seemed to feed the anomaly's growth. Entire fleets vanished in seconds, leaving nothing behind but black voids where stars had once shone. Panic spread, and whispers of fear replaced confident proclamations. Meanwhile, humanity worked differently. Engineers and scientists combined old and new technology in ways no one else had tried. They studied alien records, adapted designs from multiple civilizations, and created ships capable of moving unpredictably, mimicking natural cosmic patterns. Humans were small, yes, but their unpredictability became a strength. On board the Endeavour, Liam monitored energy readings. "The anomaly responds to our weapons," he said. "Every time we fire, it shifts. But there's a delay, a small one. We might be able to use it against itself." Dr. Patel nodded. "Exactly. We can't destroy it directly. We need to trick it." Elena turned to her crew. "Everyone, listen carefully. We're not just fighting. We're setting a trap. Every move we make has to be calculated, but we also have to stay flexible. Remember, humans survive where others fail because we adapt." The first encounter was tense. The Endeavour led a small squadron toward the edge of the anomaly's influence. The dark energy pulsed, reacting to the presence of the ships. Humans used decoys, small drones designed to mimic ship signatures, to confuse it. Every human pilot relied not just on instruments, but on instinct honed through years of training. Where alien fleets relied on rigid protocols, humans relied on thinking on their feet. As predicted, the anomaly struck at the decoys, giving the fleet a small advantage. Humans moved quickly, analyzing its reaction and adapting in real time. Dr. Patel worked furiously with the onboard AI, adjusting patterns, sending feedback to the pilots, and refining their strategy. Every small victory mattered. Every life saved reinforced the humans' determination. Far away, smaller alien civilizations began to take notice. The Lyrian scholar watched humans maneuver their ships with precision and creativity, that no advanced AI or weapon system could match. They are extraordinary, she whispered to her colleagues. Perhaps we have underestimated them for too long. The anomaly, intelligent and relentless, adjusted. It began targeting human ships with calculated precision. Some were destroyed, but humans learned from every loss. Each encounter taught them more about its behavior. They began anticipating its moves, setting traps within traps and using the environment of space itself to their advantage. Asteroids, gravitational fields, and radiation belts became tools in human strategy, something alien powers had ignored in their arrogance. Back on Earth, the coordination was remarkable. Nations put aside old conflicts, sharing resources and knowledge freely. Engineers worked around the clock to supply ships with updated technology. Pilots trained endlessly, learning new techniques that combined instinct with science. Scientists studied every fragment of data, even the smallest detail, to find patterns the anomaly might reveal. Humanity was no longer isolated. They were a united force, small in number but vast in determination and ingenuity. Captain Elena led a daring mission to the core of the anomaly's path. Their goal was not to destroy it directly, but to guide it toward a trap humans had prepared, an enormous energy net designed to contain it temporarily. Every step was dangerous. A single mistake could mean total annihilation, yet the crew moved with precision and confidence. As the anomaly approached, it reacted violently. Pulses of energy threatened to tear ships apart, yet human crews adapted, using shields in new ways and redirecting energy from one system to another. Where alien fleets would have panicked or retreated, humans advanced. Their courage combined with ingenuity made them unpredictable, and unpredictability against an intelligent enemy was power. Liam's voice came over the comms. "We're in position. Ready for Phase 2. Dr. Patel nodded, giving the signal. A synchronized burst of energy rippled through the trap, guiding the anomaly into the net. It struggled, pulsing and shifting, but the humans adjusted in real time. Their ability to adapt, to improvise, and to trust each other was stronger than any weapon. From afar, the alien empires watched in disbelief. Fleets they had built over centuries had failed. Humans, dismissed and mocked as weak, were leading the fight, showing courage and creativity that no other species had demonstrated. The galaxy was beginning to take notice. Despite the danger, hope thrived. Human ingenuity turned fear into action, and fear into learning. Every challenge, loss of ships, unexpected energy surges, environmental hazards, was met with determination. Where others saw weakness, humans saw opportunity. Where others saw chaos, humans found patterns and solutions. Captain Elena looked out of the viewport at the swirling dark energy. It was massive, terrifying, and almost alive in its complexity. But she knew one thing. Humans had the courage to face it, the intelligence to outthink it, and the unity to persevere. The galaxy might have laughed at them before, but now, humans were showing what true strength could look like. And as the anomaly writhed within the energy net, struggling against the humans' trap, one fact became clear. Humanity was no longer weak. It was the rising force that might just save the galaxy. The galaxy held its breath. Humans, once dismissed as fragile and insignificant, had guided their fleet to the edge of the anomaly. It had become clear to everyone, even the most arrogant alien civilizations, that the humans were no ordinary species. Their courage, creativity, and relentless determination had turned them into the galaxy's hope. On board the Endeavour, Captain Elena Moreno reviewed the final plan. The anomaly was stronger than ever, pulsating with dark energy that threatened to overwhelm even the humans' advanced defenses. But Dr. Patel had found a weakness. A pattern in the anomaly's movements, a rhythm that could be exploited. It was risky, perhaps the most dangerous mission any human had ever attempted, yet there was no choice. The fate of countless star systems rested on their success. Elena addressed her crew. "We've come this far not because we have the biggest ships or the strongest weapons, but because we adapt, we learn, and we act together. Today, we finish what we started. Humanity doesn't back down even when the odds are against us." The crew nodded, determination shining in their eyes. As the fleet approached the core of the anomaly, alien civilizations watched from a safe distance. Some had joined humanity's efforts after witnessing their ingenuity, while others remained skeptical, still clinging to old prejudices. But even the skeptics could not ignore the humans' progress. The anomaly reacted immediately. It pulsed violently, sensing the humans' approach. Massive waves of energy rippled outward, threatening to tear ships apart. Yet humans were ready, using a combination of energy shields, synchronized maneuvers, and unpredictable patterns. They moved forward with precision. Every pilot, every crew member, every engineer played a critical role. Dr. Patel monitored the energy readings. "Now, Elena, release the signal." Elena nodded and activated the device, a complex array of energy pulses designed to interact with the anomaly's own intelligence. The effect was immediate. The dark mass pulsed, twisted, and recoiled as if confused. Humans had discovered the anomaly's rhythm, and they were using it to control its movement. Across the fleet, alien allies watched in awe. The humans' actions were unorthodox, almost reckless by alien standards, but effective. Every adjustment, every calculated risk forced the anomaly to reveal more of its behavior. Slowly, carefully, the humans began to guide it into a massive containment field, a web of energy and gravity they had prepared in orbit around a dying star. Time seemed to stretch. One wrong move could destroy the field, allowing the anomaly to escape and consume more star systems. Yet humans remained focused, adapting to each new challenge. The anomaly lashed out unpredictably, testing their strategies, but humans countered with ingenuity. They turned obstacles into tools, dangers into opportunities. Captain Elena's voice rang through the comms. "All units, hold steady. We're almost there. Trust your instincts, trust each other." The anomaly surged toward the field, struggling against the humans' plan. Massive bursts of energy shook the ships, throwing some off course. Yet every time a ship faltered, another adapted. Pilots anticipated its reactions. Engineers adjusted shields and energy flows, and Dr. Patel's calculations guided the final steps. Then at the critical moment, the humans activated the final sequence. A surge of energy lanced through the anomaly, forcing it into the containment field. It thrashed violently, but the humans' coordinated efforts held it in place. For the first time, the anomaly was restrained, unable to consume or destroy. The humans had done what no other species could. They had stopped it. Cheers erupted across the fleet. Captain Elena allowed herself a small smile, but she knew the mission was not yet over. Containment was only the first step. Understanding the anomaly and ensuring it could never threaten life again would require further study. But for now, humanity had proven its worth. The alien civilizations, many of whom had once mocked Earth, approached cautiously. Representatives from dozens of species hailed the humans, their voices filled with respect and awe. "You saved us," one elder admitted, his pride humbled. "We underestimated you." Elena replied simply, "We did what we had to do. Humanity survives by adapting, learning, and acting together. That's what we offer the galaxy, hope, not pride." On Earth, celebrations erupted. The news of humanity's success spread quickly. People across the planet watched live transmissions from the fleet, seeing humans act with courage and intelligence that far surpassed expectations. Children cheered, scientists smiled, and leaders recognized that humanity had changed the galaxy forever. In the aftermath, humans worked with alien civilizations to study the anomaly, learning from it and ensuring that such a threat could never rise again. Alliances were strengthened, old rivalries eased, and a new era of cooperation began. Humans, once dismissed as weak, had become a symbol of hope and resilience. Captain Elena stood on the deck of the Endeavour, watching the stars. The anomaly, now contained and understood, pulsed gently like a heartbeat. Humanity had faced the unimaginable and prevailed. The galaxy, once laughing at Earth, now looked to humans as leaders in courage, ingenuity, and hope. Dr. Patel joined her. "We did it," she said softly. "We really did it," Elena nodded. "Not just us, humanity. Every person who believed we could survive, every life that worked to make this possible. That's the reason we succeeded. And this is only the beginning. The galaxy will never see us the same way again." Somewhere in the distant reaches of space, whispers of humans' deeds spread. The species that had been mocked for their fragility had proven that strength was not measured by size, weapons, or power alone. Strength came from determination, intelligence, adaptability, and the courage to act when others would hesitate. Humans had been underestimated. They had been laughed at. They had been dismissed as weak. Yet in the end, it was humanity that became the galaxy's salvation. And so a new chapter began. Humans, united and fearless, were no longer just survivors on a small blue planet. They were leaders, protectors, and a shining example of what any species could achieve when it combined courage with creativity. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Never underestimate humanity.